Let's go.
Well, it's time to put on my hiking shoes again and start the next day, leaving Nahara, heading to Arnon, something like that. Getting a little bit earlier start today because it's going to be another long one and more uphill than down it looks like. So I want to give myself plenty of time to get there and get a bed at the albergue. So we'll see how things go today. Already off to a bit of a rough start today. I headed the wrong direction and I had to walk back, and so now I'm officially starting back on the Camino.
Yeah, it looks like today we're getting some serious hills. It doesn't show up on these videos, I know. This looks probably pretty flat, but believe it or not, I am looking uphill for what looks like a considerable distance. So starting the day off with a challenge.
Well, one nice thing is the terrain is looking a little different. We've replaced the vineyards and orchards with these little cliffs.
Well, I've had this cliff to the right of me, which is where the sun is rising most of the morning. I was hoping to get to a point where I could get a nice shot of the sunrise, but I don't think it's going to happen. We'll see, maybe in a minute. Okay, coming up on a little town. I'm not sure exactly what it is, what town it is. I'll have to check my map.
Still not quite sure what town this is, but it looks like a nice little town, and I think there might even be a place for me to get a cup of coffee up here if they're open. Looks like there might be a little cafe that has some people. So this would be a good place for me to stop and get caffeinated. So I guess this town is Zofra, something like that. I just stopped and got caffeinated, and looks like the next hour and a half or so of my hike is going to be primarily uphill as usual, and it's going to get a little bit steeper, but from there on it'll be downhill for a while until I get near the end. So yeah, I'm off to what seems to be a pretty good start this morning. I think actually just stopped for my coffee, and I think I'm maybe even a third of the way there, and I'm actually feeling good, pretty good. My body is feeling good. The only issue really right now is that tweak in my back, and of course by the end of the day I'm sure the dogs will be barking, my feet will be tired and achy, but knock on wood, I'm feeling pretty good today, and I'm off to a good start. But like I said before, this next stretch for the next, I think, probably hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours, is going to be a bit steeper uphill grade. So we'll see how I feel in a couple hours from now. Okay, I think the trail is giving me a little preview of what the next hour or so of my hiking is going to be, and it's going to be up this ridge here, and I don't know if that's the trail right there or not, but I'm definitely going to be going up a fairly steep incline here really soon. You know, I've watched a lot of the other hiker blogs and things like that, and a lot of them really seem to obsess on gear and stuff like that. That I haven't really talked about that at all. But I will say that especially as far as my back issues, this is relatively new backpack that I've got. I've hiked out with it a bit before the Camino, but I took it out on the what was it, the Eagle Rock Loop trail. You may have seen that video earlier. That was when I first broke it in, so it's not the first time I've worn this backpack. But I noticed when I first got this one, it's what is it? It's a Granite Gear 60 liter Granite Crown 3 60 liter, something like that. Nothing fancy. But I noticed it had a couple of sternum straps. I think that's the first time I've seen two of them on one, and I've been just using the top one here. Actually yesterday, the top one, I thought it broke, but the clip here just sort of came loose from the strap. I was able to put it back. But before I figured that out, what I was able to do was take the one from up here and just connect it to the one that connects down there, and I had this diagonal. And then I realized that the clip hadn't broken, that it was just had come loose. So I put this one back on here, but since I had this one going down here, that was actually feeling kind of good. So today I've done a little crisscross with them, and actually it seems to be resting much better on my shoulders today. I am still feeling that tweak in my back, but this seems to be actually a more comfortable fit for me. So yeah, so there's my my little gear talk. Can't be a real hiker unless you talk to people about your gear. Well, the trail has had a lot more of these really muddy patches today, but you have to be careful, because as you can see, some people have tried going through, and you know, I'm sure that their feet have gotten really muddy. But I've noticed that if you pay attention and really observe what's going on and check the other hikers' foot paths, you see that they actually deviate from the trail a little bit, like I'm going to do here, and manage to stay away from some of that mud. So just have to step over this. There we go. And up this, and over, and hopefully this will get me there without having to sink my feet into the mud. It's a bit of a bumpy walk, and it looks like here I'm gonna have to leap a little bit. Let's give it a go. Up. But this seems to have kept a lot of the mud off of my feet. So I missed all that. One more little muddy, whoops, there we go. There, now a nice clean trail. And as you can see, I'm not really walking alone today. My shadow is walking with me. Not much of a conversationalist, but at least he's somebody I can talk to. Okay, so I'm walking up an incline right now, and the problem is to get you a sense of what the incline is. The video doesn't really do it justice, because I've got a feeling right now when you view this video, it won't look all that steep. But a few minutes ago I took a video from a distance of some other hikers hiking up this very section. So let's take a look at that. Yeah, it's really hard to get a sense of what the inclines are like, but
Here I think I spotted some pilgrims ahead of me heading, and I think this will give you a better idea, I think, what the inclines are like. Okay, so I have just actually this looks like it
main peak, the
was a little
of my
or
hike
is
today.
a little
Now I'm
resort
thinking
town with
hiking
complete with
downhill, I think, to
golf course and
town called San Domingo,
clubhouse,
I
and
believe.
a lot of these
San
look like they
Domingo,
might be temporary homes around here where people just come to
another uphill trek
spend a little vacation.
What will probably be my final destination.
Well, it looks like I'm almost to San Domingo, but my past experience is telling me not to think I'm going to be there too soon. So we'll see how long it takes me. Okay, just to get a sense of how deceiving it can be when you spot those towns. I've been walking probably another 10-15 minutes, and now you can't really see the town at all. If you look at the horizon, you can sort of see the peak of their cathedral. I'll see if I can zoom in on that. But that town is really not in sight at all right now.
Okay, now I'm in town, San Domingo, I believe, and looks like I might be able to find a little cafe or something to sit down, have a little snack or early lunch, and then sort of assess what I think the rest of my day is going to be. Am I going to keep it as planned and just go up the hill to the next town, which I'm thinking I'll arrive at sometime around 1 o'clock, or will I feel like I'll have to check to see where the next stop might be, and I'll think about maybe pushing it an extra notch along the trail. We'll see.
So there's Granon, and I'm pretty certain that's it. And it looks like I'll be there in no time, but I know better by now. I'm guessing it's going to be at least 30, if not 45 minutes before I'm there. And gosh, I am feeling pretty good. I've made good time, and it's going to be hard for me to stay here. I think I'm going to maybe have to push on to the next town or two. So we'll see. Yeah, things could change pretty quickly, you know, in the next 30, 45 minutes too. My feet might start aching, and I might decide just to chill out. And especially when I get there, if this looks like a really cool place where I might want to actually spend the afternoon at a nice cafe or something and roaming around, seeing the sights, you know, that would be a good reason to stay too. But doggone it, I'm feeling pretty good right now, so it's going to be hard for me to resist moving on.
All right, let's go up the steps.
Okay, so I found what looks like it might be a little cafe here, and looks like a nice, pleasant place to at least take a break. We'll decide if I'm gonna actually land here. So, no wine for me just yet. I decided to top off my bottle and head on to the next town. Okay, yeah, I've decided to go ahead and move on to the next town. And you know, I forgot to check the name of it, but I'll let you know the name when I get there. And I'm guessing that it's about 12, somewhere between
12:35 and 12:40, I'm guessing. So I'm thinking, you know, I'm thinking that I'm gonna get there before 1:30. We'll see, because it seems like it's a fairly close hike. And well, that looks like it might be my town. This was an easy walk, I think. Well, obviously, as I've learned, I still have a ways to go, but it looks like I'm in good shape. I'm here. There's an Albergue. I don't know if that's the municipal Albergue or not.